Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Thursday, September 25th, 2025. Number one, the draft tourism enterprise regulations 2025, the regulatory impact statement and report on public participation from the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife. And two, legal notice number 145 of 2025 relating to the crop BICSA regulations 2025, including the evidence of public participation, explanatory memorandum, regulatory impact statement, and duly signed certificate of compliance from the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I lay.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, questions and statements.
Yes. Okay, on behalf of Majority Leader, do your statement, Honorable Lowen Baya.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this afternoon, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44-2A, I rise to give the following statement on behalf of the House Business Committee, which met on Tuesday, 23rd September 2025, to prioritize the business for the consideration during the week. Honorable Speaker, I wish to welcome members back from the long recess. I hope we are all invigorated and ready to perform our roles in what promises to be a busy part of the fourth session. This is the fourth session. I commend the committees that worked through the recess to conclude priority business and further urge them to expedite any business pending so as to enable its conclusion by the House within the set deadlines. Honorable Speaker, members will recall that on various occasions during this session, business listed in the order paper under the orders of the House Business Committee, which you chair, has been deferred severally due to absence of the sponsors to prosecute such businesses. This trend reduces both the House Business Committee and this House to acting in vain. Honorable Speaker, yesterday we had an order, a business on the order paper yesterday, and we had to drop it because the mover was not there, Honorable Speaker. And we would like to speak to this. The members who have something on the order paper or business on the order paper, please be here so that we do not drop business because the person that's supposed to move it is not around, Honorable Speaker. I think, Honorable Speaker, I want to explain further and say this. I wish to draw the attention of the House to the provisions of Standing Order 53, which mandates the Speaker or any other presiding officer to drop a motion listed in the order paper if the member concerned fails to move it. That is what Standing Order 53 says, that the presiding officer or the Speaker can drop a motion listed in the order paper if the member concerned fails to move it. Once dropped, such motion can only be reintroduced in the next session. For example, Honorable Speaker, it is expected what we dropped yesterday should come in the fifth session, not now, in the next session, Honorable Speaker. I therefore encourage committee chairpersons and individual members to be present in the House to prosecute their businesses concerning ones scheduled by the House Business Committee. Honorable Speaker, with regard to the businesses scheduled for the next week, the House is expected to consider the following bills at various stages should they not be concluded today. Honorable Speaker, the first one is consideration of a number of bills in the Committee of the Whole House. They are the Virtual Asset Service Providers Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 15 of 2025. 2, the Air Passenger Service Charge Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 35 of 2025. Consideration of the President's reservation to the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill. I think the Honorable Dawood, yes, your bill is coming. The cancer prevention is coming shortly. So make sure you are here. 3, consideration of the President's reservation to the Wildlife Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2023, and the Honorable Obo is here for that. The Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 41 of 2024, and the Honorable Adam is here. Honorable Speaker, and the National Police Service Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2024. B, second reading of the County Government Additional Allocation number 2 Bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2024, and 2, the Privatization Bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 of 2025. Honorable Speaker, additionally, Honorable Speaker,
how can you have a point of order on
a statement?
On a statement.
You can't have.
Thank you. Honorable members, consultants in law.
Yes. Can I be honorably heard in honorable silence? Additionally, Honorable Speaker, debate will continue on the following motions should they not be concluded today. 1, consideration of the 5th report of the Public Investments Committee on Social Services, Administration and Agriculture on examination of the financial statements of selected state corporations. Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Wangwe ably moved this motion, Honorable Speaker. This report is ably moved by Honorable Wangwe, and it is ripe for debate, Honorable Speaker. Consideration of the report of the Special Funds Accounts Committee on the examination of the financial statements of the Water Sector Trust Fund. This was moved. Consideration of the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement between the Republic of Kenya and the United Arab Emirates. And 6th, report of the Public Investment Committee on Social Services, Administration and Agriculture on examination of financial statements of selected state corporations. And 5, 7th, report of the Public Investment Committee on Social Services, Administration and Agriculture on examination of financial statements of selected state corporations. In conclusion,
Order, honorable members. I don't know what the excitement is. Kindly, let's listen to the majority leader.
Tell her the gracious lady there, she can have time. We have a consultation room here.
Proceed, Honorable Owen.
In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee shall reconvene on Tuesday, 30th September 2025, to schedule business for the rest of that week. I now wish to lay this statement on the table of the House today, Honorable Speaker, and I thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I beg to lay.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Now we go to statements that have been requested for, and we shall start with, I've reorganized it, so that we start with the one by Honorable Mark Mwenje, member for Embakasi West, since that's time-bound. Is Honorable Mwenje ready? On your statement on recruitment of KDF. I've reorganized the order paper to give you a fast go, since I know that is time bound as the matter is happening. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
And hold on a moment before you start. Allow me to recognize the following students that are seated in the Speaker's Gallery. Devki Ruiru Secondary School from Ruiru Constituency, Kiambu County. Nguirubi Secondary School from Ruiru Constituency, Kiambu County. And I think, Honorable Mwenje, as you make your statement, you can welcome them on behalf of the House.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. On behalf of the entire House, Honorable Speaker, let me recognize and welcome all the schools that have come. This is a house where all laws are made, and this is where decisions are made on behalf of our country by all the elected leaders. For those of you who wish to become members of parliament, I wish you all the best. These seats are available when the time comes, and you can vie for them. So welcome once again to the House as you follow the proceedings. Honorable Speaker, allow me to move straight to my request for a statement regarding recruitment centers for the Kenya Defence Forces officers. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations regarding recruitment centers for the Kenya Defense Forces officers. Honorable Speaker, on 14 September 2025, Kenya Defense Forces published an advertisement for the recruitment of officers to various positions and designated recruitment centers across the country. However, the designation recruitment centers does not take into account county population distribution. For instance, Nairobi City County, which has 17 constituencies, was only allocated 3 recruitment centers, namely Nyayo Stadium, Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, and Jamhuri Grounds. This consolidation of recruitment centers within Nairobi City County stands in sharp contrast to the practice in other 46 counties where recruitment centers are distributed at the sub-county level. This disparity disadvantages the residents of Nairobi City County and undermines the principle of fairness in the recruitment process. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations on the following. 1, the criteria used by Kenya Defense Forces in designating recruitment centers in Nairobi City County and the measures in place to ensure equity, transparency and non-discrimination. The immediate measures by the government to guarantee a fair and equitable recruitment exercise accessible to all constituents of Nairobi City County. And 3rd, the affirmative action interventions aimed at redressing the barriers currently faced by disadvantaged youth in accessing recruitment opportunities. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I will give you a chance to contribute to that particular statement because I know it's of great concern and national importance. But before that, allow me to recognize the following schools who are seated in the public gallery. Enkichape School from Kajiado South Constituency, Kajiado County. Amoso School from Uriri Constituency, Migori County. And Moi Secondary School from Nakuru West Constituency, Nakuru County, and Brilliant Markan from Emurguakadir Constituency, Narok County. On behalf of the substantive speaker and the rest of the House, we welcome you to Parliament. I would also like to recognize our colleagues from the Parliament of Uganda who are seated in the Speaker's Gallery. So, honorable members, I wish to introduce to you a delegation comprising of members of the Committee of the Finance and Planning and Economic Development from the Parliament of Uganda who are seated in the Speaker's row. And you may rise so that the members can see you. They are the following: the Honorable Hanifa Nabukera, MP. The Honorable Basil Batirigayana, MP. The Honorable Avur Jane Pukato, MP. The Honorable Nangoli Gerald, MP. And the Honorable Dr. Kefa Kiwanuka, MP. The delegation is also accompanied by Ms. Akulu Esther, Legal Counsel, is in the country. They are in the country for the benchmarking visit to share experiences and best practices in the field of mortgage refinancing and affordable housing. Honorable members, on behalf of the National Assembly, I welcome them to Parliament and wish them fruitful engagements during their stay in the country. I thank you. Honorable Rahim Dawood, those members who want to, yes, you may proceed. Honorable Rahim Dawood, give him the mic.
Thank you, Madam
I
Speaker.
have 4 members who I'll give a chance. They have already pressed the intervention button.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, on the question of KDF recruitment, I want to join Honorable Member and request the committee chair through the vice chair. Madam Speaker, my sub-county, one of my sub-counties which was operationalized, Imenti East, has been excluded from the final list. So I request the committee to press for a re-advertisement of the centers for recruitment. My Imenti East sub-county in North Imenti constituency should be one of them, Madam Speaker. Otherwise, my people will feel disenfranchised. Not feel, they will be disenfranchised. So I thank you, Madam Speaker, and I hope the Vice Chair of the committee has taken note of that. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, I realize on the statements there is a similar statement regarding recruitment of Kenya Defence Forces. Maybe I'll give the opportunity to Honorable Ali Wario to make his statement. Then we can contribute combining the two statements. You may proceed, Honorable Wario.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, Honorable Speaker. I raise pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations regarding the inclusions of Tarasa and Kokane sub-counties in the upcoming Kenya Defense Forces KDF recruitment. Honorable Speaker, recruitment into the KDF should reflect fairness, equity, and inclusivity across the country. However, Tarasa and Kokane sub-county have been excluded from the recruitment scheduled. Therefore, denying many young people the opportunity to serve in uniform, contribute to the national security, and access meaningful livelihoods. The inclusion will correct this imbalance, strengthen cohesion, and empower local youths. However, Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from Chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations on the following: plans by the Ministry to ensure that Tarasa and Kokane sub-counties are included in the upcoming KDF recruitment program. Number 2, selection criteria for the recruitment centers and how the Ministry ensures fairness and equity so that no sub-county is excluded, especially in historically marginalized regions. 3, the Ministry's plans and timelines to expand the recruitment coverage across all the counties and sub-counties in line with the Constitution principles of inclusivity and equal opportunity. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The Honorable Member Justice Keme, I can see you first. And let's make it brief so that everyone can have a chance.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'll be very brief. We hold the defense forces with a lot of esteem and a lot of respect. While the Honorable Mwenje and the Honorable Wario are asking for fairness in terms of the recruitment centers, I am asking the defense forces to ensure that when recruiting the candidates, those picked should come from various locations in each sub-county. In the past, we've seen situations where one particular area has received more candidates. So basically, Madam Speaker, I'm asking that the recruitment be fair and it's spread across the sub-counties. Thank you.
The Honorable Member for Kamkunji.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. I'd like to support the statement issued by Honorable Mwenje on the recruitment of KDF, the forthcoming recruitment of KDF. I think it is absolutely necessary to consider the needs of Nairobi, the capital city. We have more than 5 million people. All Kenyans are here. And every time Nairobi is treated differently against the other 46 counties. We are not given a fair distribution of recruitment points, and we are often left clustered in one particular stadium or the other. And this has happened again. And this is a form of discrimination. it is disadvantaging the people of Nairobi. This is the biggest city. We carry the heaviest burden, and we have the largest number of youth numbers in our country. We have the largest number of youth per capita, and a very large number of unemployed people in our capital city. So it is unfair for the Kenyan Defence Force to put all of us in one stadium without any clarity of how the distribution of the 17 counties is going to be done. 17 counties are disadvantaged. And this is this thing should be reconsidered. We have already made an appeal to the Ministry of Defense. And I think it is a high time that different government ministries respected and acknowledged and put into place a fair and equitable system of employment and recruitment for the people of Nairobi. This is what we are demanding. And I think we should not be taken for granted just because we are here in the capital city. We should be treated just like the other 47 counties. We don't want any favor. We're just asking to be treated, the people of Nairobi and the young people of Nairobi, to be treated fairly. And we're asking them to create recruitment centers in all the 17 constituencies to give our youth a chance, a better chance. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Member, the Honourable Dorothy Kiara.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I want to join the petition by Honourable Wario and the message from Honourable Rahim Daudi that in this recruitment of KDF, let us be fair, let this exercise be free, fair, and equitably distributed across the country. I specifically want to cite the new sub-counties in Meru County, which have recently been operating recently. Let them be included in the recruitment exercise, and particularly Imenti East sub-county in North Imenti constituency. Honourable Speaker, I thank you.
The Honourable Makali Mulu, keep it at 2 minutes.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I'll only use 1 minute. Honourable Speaker, what the two honourable members are requesting for is equity and fairness in this exercise. And I think all of us as a house, we need to demand that. So I would want to see the chair of this particular committee making sure that these two issues are addressed. The third issue which must be addressed, Honourable Speaker, is the issue of corruption. Honourable Speaker, it has become impossible for the young ones from the poor backgrounds to be recruited into the KDF because the demands being put forward by the recruiting officers, Honourable Speaker, are so high that they cannot be afforded. And this has led to exclusion, more so, the young ones from the poor background. We would want to see a situation where this recruitment ensures every Kenyan who qualifies has a fair chance to join KDF. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Honourable Nyamita.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just wanted to also take this opportunity to support the statement from my colleague, my leader. But Madam Speaker, this issue of recruitment of KDF is not only affecting Nairobi. Our constituency sizes are different. There are constituencies that have about 6 wards. There are constituencies that have 3 wards. But the distribution of the centers is the same. I am praying that when the chair for defense and foreign relations is going to come back, he's going to come back with a solid plan that ensures there is equity in recruitment across the country, so that even constituencies that are much wider, there are constituencies whereby from one wing to the next is about 400 kilometers. Even if you put the center at in the middle, they have to travel 200 kilometers to actually do that. So we are hoping that when they come back, there will be that equity. Madam Chair, Madam Speaker, let me also take this opportunity to welcome my school, Amoso Comprehensive School, which is soon growing into a secondary school. And I do hope that this visit inspires the children of that particular school, that one day that community, that school, will produce also another member of parliament who will come and represent them on this particular floor. And not only here, but even to greater heights. Karibuni sana Amoso Comprehensive, na mujisikie nyumbani. Thank you very much.
The Honorable Farah Malim, member for Dadaab.
Mr. Speaker, I also wish to put my voice, add my voice onto this, the recruitment of the armed forces in the country. Mr. Speaker, the armed forces of the Republic of Kenya is one of the demonstrations of the sovereignty of this country. They protect our territorial integrity as one unit called Kenya. Whereas I am pushing very hard for the fact that it has to be as national as possible and accessible to everybody. But at the same time, I want to tell my member of the parliament, my friends here, my colleagues here, we can play politics with everything else, but not with certain institutions like our own sovereignty, the institution of parliament, the judiciary, the military, the national flag. The desecration of our national flag itself is something that is very bad. When we allow democracy and the so-called human rights to go wild and bring in anarchy and chaos to the extent we take it in a very simple manner, sacrosanct institutions of the country, we have a problem. Mr. Speaker. Order. Madam Speaker, I am just saying this in line with what is there. My position is that let us protect the institutions, the sanctity of the institutions that clearly make us an indivisible nation with only one identity called Kenya. So let's not tribalize anything. Let's not allow anybody to desecrate our symbol, the national symbol, the coat of arms of our country, the currency of the country itself. Those are things that cannot be desecrated at any time. Anybody who does that in the hope that we are having an expanded democratic space, that does not happen in any democracy. So mine is to say, as Kenyans, as nationals, let us always make sure that we protect the institutions that keep us together and the sanctity of those institutions, and more so our armed forces, like I've said, our national flag, our sovereignty, our territorial integrity, all those things that essentially make us one unit when we should always come together. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, allow me to welcome a group of students seated in the Speaker's Gallery. That is Karima Girls Secondary School from Kindagop constituency, Nyandarua County. And I'll give the opportunity to Honorable Kwea, member for Kinangop, to welcome them on our behalf.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity to first welcome our guests to the house, Karima Girls High School and other schools that I've visited. And in the same breath, Madam Speaker, just to bring to the attention of the House that Karima Girls is a premier school in Kinangop constituency located in the mountainous region of Nyandarua, just at the foot of Aberdare Ridges. And secondly, Madam Speaker, just again to bring to the attention of the House that the first speaker lived just next to, Speaker of this Parliament, lived just next to Karima Girls. There's a house there, and of course, which should be marked as a house of interest, and maybe members of Parliament should interest the members of Parliament to go and visit. Madam Speaker, Karima Girls is an academic giant in the region, has produced the best top cream of professionals in this republic. And from where I sit and the whole house, we just wish them well as they sit for their exam. I know this is a history class, and we wish them all the best. Madam Speaker, because I have the opportunity now, I want to just comment on the issue of KDF recruitment. We have a big problem. Some of us who represent big constituencies like Kinangop, I have 8 wards, yet I only have 2 centers where recruitment is going to happen. Many young people are going to be disenfranchised because of the fact that Kinangop is so populous, but small constituencies that have two sub-counties, I don't want to mention them, with a bigger population are getting same treatment as big constituencies and areas that we represent like Kinangop. I believe that Kenya Defence Forces and the Ministry of Defence can come up with measures that are going to cause every citizen of this republic to feel that they're treated equally or some level of equity is applied. And therefore, Madam Speaker, I believe that the Ministry of Defence and Kenya Defence Forces will come up with a solution so that then no citizen is left behind. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, and let's keep it at 2 minutes. The Honorable Kimayo. No, sorry, it's Honorable Gideon, I think. Gideon Kipsanai, always confuse the two
it's Adams Kipsanai. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to weigh my weight on the issue of recruitment, and I want to join my colleagues by saying that we request Kenya Defence Forces, Madam Speaker, to exercise the high level of transparency, because the youth of this country have no money. Their parents have no money to bribe those recruiting officers. Madam Speaker, I would also suggest that we have 1,450 wards. If KDF can adopt, let's say, to recruit from the ward level, we will avoid, or we will not have problems where people are being taken from one corner to the rest. If you are employing 6,000 officers, divided by 1,450 wards, every constituency or every ward will get around 3 to 4 officers. And that one will bring the principle of equity and fairness. That is where we need to go in all the disciplinary forces, so that Kenyans will not be getting the issue of discrimination and so forth. You can see members are celebrating. So KDF or security forces, wherever you are, employ people from the ward level so that each and every person can be reached up. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, I think the last person I'll give this, because I think we are all in agreement, is Honorable Mawathe.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Madam Speaker, I wish to address the issue of KDF in regards to Nairobi. In Nairobi, we have 17 constituencies with more than 5.5 million people, and yet they are giving us only 3 centers, recruitment centers. How do you recruit? Use 3 centers for recruitment for the 17 constituencies. It would be best, we now have sub-counties. Each constituency in Nairobi is a sub-county, just recently inaugurated. We need for the KDF to please come and recruit, at least for the starters, from in Nairobi County, from the constituencies or sub-counties. Then thereafter, as recommended by my colleague, if KDF was recruiting, as suggested, 6,000 candidates, they can recruit from the wards, out of the 1,450 wards. So for the time being, we refuse totally the issue as Nairobi County, the issue of recruiting from 3 locations only for the 17 constituencies. That's not acceptable, and we're requesting the KDF to please give us an opportunity for our members. The last point, this young man, a young man from Mukuru, 18, 22, 27, cannot afford all that money that they're being asked for, 200,000, 300,000, they cannot afford. Let the recruitment be fair, free and fair, and don't let it be done at the constituency level, because at the constituency, most people know each other. At the wards, people know each other even better. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Okay, the last person I'll give then is Honorable Patrick Tigwe. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you, Speaker, and thank you, my colleague from Agoreti. Speaker, mine are just two things. One is to echo what my friend has said that, you know, even if recruitment is done per sub-counties, the issue of establishment of sub-counties has been misused in this country. They have been set up in a manner that you can't understand. The most equitable unit of recruitment should be the ward, because these sub-counties are just dished around. You come today, you issue a sub-county, you issue another sub-county, but the ward were established in a very fair way in this country. So I would, yes, so I would support recruitment to be done in ward. And finally, Madam Speaker, we might be discussing recruitment, but it's a shop. Right now, my phone is full with messages. Mheshimiwa, help me to get recruited. Help me to get recruited. Because Kenyans already know that the recruitment will be about money. So, Madam Speaker, let it be fair. And secondly, let's not have recruitment ending at 9, 10 at night. Because our young people learn during the day. They are kept there up to night, 10, 11, and then that's when the shenanigans start and they are chased away. Let recruitment end by 4. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, allow me to recognize the following schools that are seated in the public gallery. Getaganya Secondary School from Kuria West Constituency, Migori County. Moi Secondary School from Nakuru West Constituency, Nakuru County. And Kiangu School from Mwingi Central Constituency, Kitui County. On behalf of the substantive Speaker and the entire House, we welcome you to Parliament. Thank you. No, we've had enough. Everyone is now repeating themselves. I think the point has been made. There is no need to flog a dead horse. Let's proceed to the next statement. There is a statement. I thought I heard that he needs to respond tomorrow, next week. That was the request that you made. But you can, because, you know, Chairperson, if you respond now, you'll be speculating. You need to get back in touch with the line ministry and then come and give us an answer that's not based on speculation. So let's proceed. Honorable Mwenje, he is not in charge of defense. The answer would be speculating. He is not the authority. But Honorable Mwenje, you can say, you have a point of order? Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, it's not that we want the response. It's that we wanted the chair to tell us he will respond. Because, Honorable Speaker, I need to make a declaration. As an advocate, I have already filed papers in court to stop recruitment of KDF if it is going to go the way it is right now. But they are able to mitigate. If he can guarantee, he'll give us a response maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, but he needs to know we are proceeding with court, because we know what happened last time and we're not going to agree. Especially in Nairobi, we will tell our youths they will not agree to this recruitment, yes, that you put. So just allow him to commit on the floor when he will come with a response. Not that he has a response, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mwenje, I will direct that he comes with a response on Tuesday. Yes. So that is all we need right now. He will come with a response on Tuesday, and that is the direction from the Speaker's chair. Okay. And now we'll give an opportunity to the Honorable Beatrice Elachi to make her statement, and then thereafter we will go back to the number one request for statement by Honorable Mohammed Mabchele, MP from Vita. Okay, Honorable Elachi, proceed. I know yours is brief.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise to request to just speak on a general statement regarding the mysterious death of Ms. Zaituni Kavaya. Honorable Speaker, I rise to request for a statement pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 43 regarding the mysterious death of Ms. Zaituni Kavaya. Honorable Speaker, the late Ms. Kavaya was reported dead under unclear, troubling circumstances at Buuga Apartments in Kilimani. Her sudden demise has caused immense distress to her family, friends, and the community at large. It is alleged that the late Ms. Kavaya was employed as a domestic help by a foreigner, to be specific, Sudanese. To date, the circumstances surrounding her death remain unresolved, raising grave concern about the adequacy of investigations into the matter. Honorable Speaker, I urge the National Police Service and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations in Kilimani to expedite the investigation into this matter, and can the government scrutinize the visas of foreigners who especially come in as tourists in the country, and we have so many in Kilimani, so that we know whether they are there legally or illegal. And lastly, Madam Speaker, is to just get to ask the government that as much as we've opened up our borders, we need the immigration to have the police patrol border points to help us, especially with the so many foreigners that we have in Kilimani, and a lot of illegal things happening, especially in the A&Bs that we have in Kilimani. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, I kindly seek your indulgence to move away from the statements briefly to allow us to go to order number 8 and then followed by order number 11, item 1 and 2, which is committee of the whole house, and then thereafter we can come back to statements. So, yes. No, she did under 43. Okay, Honorable Kaluma, you may now reply. We've moved to order number 8.
Order number 8, the Kenya Roads Amendment number 3 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 34 of 2025, second reading. Mover to reply.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I've listened carefully through the contributions made by the members who have made their contributions to this bill. And I want to thank each and every one of them for the useful contributions they have made on elaborating the importance of this law being passed. Honorable Speaker, there have been two worries which I want to allay. One, I've had very many people asking why the amount being allocated to the counties is at 5% and not less. And so I've had proposals from honorable members suggesting, Honorable Speaker, that we should reduce it to far below. That is a legitimate concern, Honorable Speaker, but I wanted to urge my colleagues that the proportions you see in terms of the sharing percentages was advised by technical people in the relevant ministry. We looked at not the equitable share, in which case the county would be seeking even, the counties would be seeking 15%, but we looked at the various roads which fall under those very many classifications, Honorable Speaker. And so I wanted to urge that in as much as each member is in their legitimate place to change those proportions, I would request we don't open that area much, because we would have to revert to the ministry in charge of roads with those engineers to overhaul those technical calculations, which has been very dexterous. And I wanted to say that if we overhauled it also, because of lack of this understanding I'm giving you, we may also have those amendment proposals also coming in the Senate, which may be more difficult. Number two, and lastly, Honorable Speaker, I've listened to some members saying, why don't we also have roads going to the fishing areas? Why don't we have roads going into, wheat producing or Mwea areas where you have wheat and those other crops? I wanted to say that if you look at those classifications, there is no roads falling whether in rural or urban areas which are incapable of being done with those funds. I want us also to remember that this is not the only roads funding. The national government budget will have a big component, which currently is around 10% of the budget, for roads funding.
The others also, at the county level, they also have roads funding. This is for road maintenance fuel levy fund. Let us allow it to go the way it is, because when you say you can do roads to any government, in national government institution, take for instance schools, you would essentially do roads passing everywhere, so long as you link them to a school. So I wanted to urge that unless an amendment is very necessary, consider this matter as a matter that was moved together by us under my name, and then let us proceed as advised by the technical people, both within Parliament and without, who have consulted on this thing, including the Council of Governors. With all that, Honorable Speaker, I beg to reply, and I thank the House very much.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the Kenya Roads Amendment number 3 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 34 of 2025 be read a second time. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order, number 11.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Kenya Roads Act and for connected purposes. Order number 11, Committee of the Whole House.
Very well, members, we may take our seats. Oh, very well.
It's my bill.
Okay, we shall give you a chance. So it is which bill?
We have this for starting the first.
Which bill?
President's suggestions to the cancer prevention control, which is Assembly number 45 of 2022. But before that, you tell them that any vote to overturn the president's demand applies to that. So whichever way it goes.
Very well, honorable members. We may now take our seats, and we are in the Committee of the Whole House. Specifically, we are dealing with the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 45 of 2022. And we shall resume from clause 3. Honorable members, also take note that this is presidential reservations, and therefore if you have to make any reasonable amendment to this bill, then you must raise 2/3 of the whole House.
President's recommendations to clause 3.
I propose the question that the President's recommendations to clause 3 be considered. We had already debated on this one, and we had actually arrived at a level whereby we were moving to the voting before a quorum was called out. Yes, Chair.
Give me this. Thank you very much on behalf of the Leader of Majority. I do propose that the House does agree with the President's reservations and recommendation that clause 3 of the bill be deleted. The justification is that clause 3 of the bill seeks to amend section 5 of the Principal Act by inserting new paragraphs. The two insertions on the functions of the National Cancer Institute are promoting the use of e-health and telemed care for the prevention and management of persons with the cancer and promoting the treatment of persons with the cancer as component of primary health care. These provisions are already covered under Section 3 on the objects of the Digital Health Act. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Very well, honorable members. This one had been debated, so I move straight away to put the question. And I proceed to put the question that clause 3 be deleted as recommended by His Excellency the President. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
President's recommendations to clause 4.
Order. What is it, Honorable Dawood? Well, we shall give you a chance to comment on clause 4. I propose the question that the President's recommendations on clause 4 be considered. Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I do urge the House to agree with the President's reservation to clause 4 and the recommendation made that clause 4 of the bill be deleted. The justification is that clause 4 of the bill proposes to amend section 31 of the Principal Act by inserting a new subsection to the effect that the National Cancer Institute shall collaborate with the national government departments responsible for health to promote the training of human resource for oncology services. Under the Executive Order number 1 of 2025 on the organization of government, the National Cancer Institute is a government agency and the Ministry of Health, State Department for Medical Services, and nothing bars the Institute from collaborating with national government departments to promote oncology training. Therefore, that clause is obsolete and needs to be deleted. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Very well. I propose the question that clause 4 be deleted as recommended by His Excellency the President. Honorable Dawood.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, it's like as if all the clauses of this bill have taken 2 years to come to fruit. It has gone to the Senate, it has come to the National Assembly, and now in the Committee of the Whole stage, it is like there is no point in making any laws in this House. Because if they can be done, President's reservations have to be taken into account. What is the point of bringing a law making? It takes 2 years to make one bill. Go through the National Assembly, go through the Senate, and then come here. You are told that it has already been overtaken by events. When I did this bill, Mr. Chairman, there was nothing like that in the health ministry. They had not brought it. Mine was before them, so why should mine suffer the fate? But as you have already said, I do not have the majority we have to take, but it should be mindful of this House that this is not the way we make laws. If this is what we are going to be doing, Mr. Chairman, then I think there is no point in making any bills. Let them come from the executive and we just pass them. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
What's your point of order, Honorable?
Chair, I know you are up to the task. You're able to defend the chair, and it is not in my interest to controvert what the Honorable Rahim is saying. But Honorable Chair, this particular bill had a very special journey to get where it has gotten. And I can understand the frustration of Honorable Rahim. But Honorable Chair, when you look at the justifications that are leading to the reservations by the President, the justifications are right. And why the Honorable Rahim finds himself in this crosshair is because this bill must have been prepared long before we prepared the 4 critical health bills. Now it is overtaken by events. And Honorable Rahim, your frustration can be in the time that we process the bills, but not in the process of lawmaking. The President is very right and properly in his place to place these reservations because the provisions that were being provided by this bill are already covered by other laws that we have made post facto after this bill came to the House. And so I think the justifications by the President are right. There is no wrongdoing in the lawmaking process. I think this House has its place and the President has his place. I thank you very much, Chair.
The Honorable Tiende Amolo. Please give him the mic. On your left. On your right now.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I sympathize with the Honorable Dawood. But I think that the Honorable Dawood, while right in essence, is placing the blame at the wrong place. It is up to us here as a House. We have the discretion to override the President's observation by a 2/3 majority. Now, if we were so convicted, we have raised 2/3 before. If we are so convicted, then the Honorable Dawood should whip all of us and raise 2/3 to override the observations. However, Mr. Chairman, one point needs to be made. There has been a mistake for the last 13 years in terms of how this matter is prosecuted. The Constitution gives the President the right to make observations. And those observations can only be overridden by a 2/3 majority. But every president, including the current president, have usually proceeded to actually amend the act itself. Now, that is the impropriety, and in my view, that is what ought to be addressed. But in substance, I sympathize with Honorable Dawood, but such is life. Thank you.
Honorable Ndwiga.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, first I like to say that I sympathize with my brother as a friend and also as the chairman of the Mount Kenya East Caucus. Two, the justifications for this, Chair, one, this bill has been carried from last parliament. I was in the other committee last parliament, it was carried to this parliament. And when this bill was written, Chair, we had not defined some terms like e-health. But when we made the 4 health laws, in the DHA law, we really clarified and defined e-health. So there's no need of saying that e-health will be included in treatment of cancer because it's already taken care of. Secondly, Chair, when the President says that we can't order in a bill that the National Cancer Institute collaborate with the national government because already in the executive order that places functions in the Ministry of Health, the National Cancer Institute is an organ of the national government. So you can't order it to collaborate with the national government. It's already under the Ministry of Health, where it's under the ministry, it's under the CS, so you can't order that it collaborates with the Ministry of Health. So the President is in order, Chair.
Very well. Finally, the Honorable Undo.
Chair, I sincerely want to join sentiments, to associate the sentiments with Honorable Dawood. Article 115 of the Constitution of Kenya has been routinely abused by subsequent presidents to actually assume the right to make laws which is enshrined in the Constitution are donated to the members of Parliament in totality. Honorable Speaker, we want to urge that if there is any reservation, let it, as Honorable Tiende Amolo has put it, let it come as a reservation, but not as a written text that must be adopted by this House. That is complete abuse of the powers of Parliament, usurpation of the powers of Parliament, and asking the President, taking up the powers that has not donated to him. We must call the President to order this abuse of the due process. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Well, I was closing it there, but I have given it a little bit time just for the country to understand what stage and what we are doing. So finally, let me give it to Honorable Murungara.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chair, what the Constitution mandates the President to do is to return the bill with its reservations. Then you are told if the House does not agree with those reservations, it requires 2/3 to overturn the reservations. What the president does is to put the reservations in writing, and reservations is a form of reasoning. Then it ends with a recommendation. He does not say this is what you have to do, but he recommends you do it. And unfortunately, it is the letter and spirit of our constitution which is to blame. Because we actually enacted that once the president does this, you require a 2/3 to overturn those reservations and recommendations. So our hands are tied in that we have given the head of the executive through a constitutional provision to actually almost disagree with us, and by so disagreeing, in essence, making a form of a law. And there is nothing we can do it until the day we will marshal the numbers, amend that provision such that he does not have to do what he is doing.
Very well.
Our hands are tied, we have to go with it.
Very well, honorable members. This is a constitutional matter, and you vividly remember during the 12th Parliament, it raised so many questions, but now we have since understood what should go on, and the honor stand with the House that you can raise the 2/3 majority, or equally you can amend the laws, because it's this House that makes the law. Let me proceed to now put the question. I now put the question that clause 4 be deleted as recommended by His Excellency the President. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Mover. Give me the mic, the mover.
Close 2. We've not dealt with close 2.
Do we have a close?
We start with the close. I think we should move to close 2 now.
Close 2.
No, because that is the order with which they appear. On definitions, we go to substantive, then we go to definitions.
Honorable Murungara, clause 2 had been handled. That's what I'm very well informed.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, I now do move that the House does agree with the President's reservations as contained in the order paper, and to the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 45 of 2022.
So we are here.
And I do ask Honorable Chair for administration to second.
Order. Yes. Is the Honorable Naomi Wako in the House? Proceed to report.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the President's recommendation to the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 45 of 2022, and its approval thereof without amendments, therefore deleting all substantive clauses of the bill.
Honorable members, now put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the President's recommendations to the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 45 of 2022, and its approval thereof without amendments, therefore deleting all substantive clauses of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. We now move to the next bill, That is the consideration of the President's reservation to the Wildlife Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2023.
New clause 2A proposed by the President.
Mover.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. I beg to move that the new clause 2A contained in the order paper be read a second time.
Very well, let me ask.
Yes, because it's a new clause altogether.
Order, let me ask Honorable Murungara and Honorable Naomi Wako to come to approach the table. Very well, we have made an understanding. So, Honorable Murungara, you are the one who is proceeding.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that the new clause 2A, as proposed by His Excellency the President, be now approved. And the justification is that clause 2 of the bill proposes to amend Part A of the third schedule to the Wildlife Conservation and Management Act by inserting the words shark, stonefish, whale, and stingray immediately after the word buffalo, as a species of wildlife for which, if they cause death or injury to any person, compensation may be paid to that person under Section 25(1) of the Wildlife Conservation and Management Act. Considerations arising from the proposed amendment include the inclusion of marine life under Part A of the third schedule to the Act, introducing new complexities in the verification of claims arising from death or injury occasioned by the marine life, owing to the inherent difficulty in preserving and securing the locus quo of such incidents. That's why we now propose the amendments that the composition of the County Wildlife Conservation and Compensation Committee, as established pursuant to Section 18 of the Act, is not sufficiently constituted to address claims arising from marine-related incidents by reason of the absence of specialized institutional representation and technical expertise in marine matters. It is therefore necessary to review and appropriately augment the committee's composition to enable the competent consideration, verification, and determination of such marine-related claims, and this necessitates the new Clause 2A being introduced. Thank you.
Honorable members, I propose the question that the new Clause A, as proposed by His Excellency the President, be now approved. The Honorable Rueda.
Mimi nakubaliana na rais kuthibitisha wale wanaohudhuriwa kwa maji Wameongezwa hapo tu katika ile committee, imeongezwa tu Coast Guard na watu wengine. Kwa hivyo mimi nakubaliana na President. Ikuwe hivyo inshallah. Thank you. Sina mambo.
The Honorable Zamzam.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Chair, na mimi niweze kuchukua fursa hii kwanza kumpongeza Rais kwa kukumbuka wavuvi. Mheshimiwa Chair, tumeona wengi walikuwa wakihudhuriwa na wanyama wanafidiwa, lakini wavuvi wetu ambao kwamba ndio shamba letu, bahari ndio shamba letu, walikuwa wameachwa nyuma. Kwa hiyo mimi nataka nimshukuru Rais sana kwa kuweza kukumbuka wavuvi wa pwani na sehemu zingine, akidhuruka baharini anaweza kupata ile compensation, na mimi naisupport. Asante.
Honorable members, I now put the question that new Clause A, as proposed by His Excellency the President, be now approved. I will take it again. I now put the question that new Clause 2A, as proposed by His Excellency the President, be now approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Mover.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the President's recommendations to the Wildlife Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2023, and its approval thereof without amendments.
Give me the mic. Honorable members, I put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the President's recommendations to the Wildlife Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2023, and its approval thereof without amendments. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Quite interesting, honorable members. As you have seen in this second one, the House is agreeing with the President. And yes, you need to take note of that. Thank you. Honorable members, we now move to the National Police Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2024. But before that, honorable members, let me acknowledge this afternoon in the public gallery, Ololulunga Boys School from Narok constituency, Narok County. On behalf of the substantive speaker, myself and this House, we want to welcome you to this House. And let me allow the honorable member from Narok, if she's in the House, to welcome the boys. Please give honorable member the microphone. There's a microphone on your left.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Chair, may I take this opportunity to welcome the students from Ololunga Secondary School, Narok County, to this House where we make laws. Mheshimiwa Speaker, in this place, when these students come, they learn a lot because they are the future leaders. And this is the time they get to know how laws are made and where their leaders sit. Honorable Speaker, I welcome them, plus other students from the entire country. Mheshimiwa Speaker, Ololunga Secondary School is a school from Narok South, and the students are doing very well. They make us proud as their leaders. You are welcome, and discipline is the key to being in this place. Thank you, Mheshimiwa Speaker.
Very well, honorable members. We go back to the National Police Service Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2024. And I have a letter from the Honorable Masara mandating the Honorable Samuel Atandi to execute the same on his behalf. Honorable member, what is the problem? Narok. But we had already executed that. But given that you are already on your feet, I give you 1 minute. Please give the honorable member 1 minute.
Thank you, Chair, for giving me this opportunity to welcome Ololonga Secondary School from my constituency of Narok South to the premises of Parliament. Ololonga Secondary School is one of our top schools in the county and top performance in the academics life. The future leaders and the potential members of Parliament who are likely to come to this house in future and maybe to occupy very big offices. And I also like to extend my welcome to other schools which are seated in the gallery. And thank you, Chair.
Thank you. So we go back to business.
Clause 3.
Mover. I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Mover. Order, honorable member. I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Mover, are you the one who is dealing with this? Proceed. Give him the microphone.
Thank you, Chair. The amendments are committee amendments, so I'm rightfully the one who's supposed to move. So, Honorable Chair, clause 3, I propose that clause 3 as clause 3 should be considered as containing the order paper. And the justification, Speaker, Honorable Chair, is a single unit established by the Commission dedicated to the mental well-being of the police officers will provide better coordination, and there is also need to ensure services offered by the psychosocial units are reasonably accessible to all parts of the country so far as it's possible and required by the Article 6.3 of the Constitution. And the inclusion of the members of the service as opposed to just police officers will also cater for the civilian members of the service who are crucial to the work of the police. Equally, Chair, the amendment will ensure that, of course, also that there will be provision for clarity by providing for devolution of psychosocial units in our new subsection.
Very well. I now propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the mover. Yes, Honorable Undo.
Chair, I want to commend the committee chair for that timely amendment. To be honest, Chair, our police officers and the members in the discipline forces seem to be going through a lot. And a lot seems to be going through them as well, Honorable Speaker, Chair. And I think if we have those units at the very lowest level, and probably could also, as a matter of operational procedures, even the county headquarters should find the mechanisms of developing this to divisional headquarters so that we have easy access to such services to enable us to deal with mental health issues among our disciplined forces. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
The Honorable Atandi.
Honorable Chair, I rise to agree with the amendments that have been proposed by the committee on behalf of the Honorable Peter Masara. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 3 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 4.
I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. Chair.
Thank you, Chair. I propose the amendment in clause 4 as contained to be considered as contained in the order paper, and the justification, Chair, being there is need to specifically include counseling as a component of mental health and wellness resources, considering that the National Police Service Commission already provide counseling services to the members of the service.
I propose the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed by the mover. There being no any interests in this, I now put the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I proceed now to put the question that clause 4 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Chair.
Thank you, Chair. I propose the amendment contained on behalf of the committee contained in clause 2 be part of the bill. And justification, Chair, being this was meant to align the definition of terms psychosocial support with the definition provided by the United Nations Interagency Standing Committee, and it is clearer and less technical.
I propose the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the chair. I proceed to put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 2 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Title.
I propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. I put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. There's no amendment. I proceed to put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Very well, that's the end of it, and therefore I want to ask Honorable Tandi, on behalf of Honorable Masara, to report. Please facilitate Honorable Tandi with the necessary materials.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the National Police Service Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Honorable members, I put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the National Police Service Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Now, honorable members, we are moving to the very last one. This is the Computer Misuse, Cyber Crimes Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill, number 41 of 2024.
Clause 3.
Is the chair in the House? Very well and very ready.
Actually, I'd like to start by clause 2. I'd like to prosecute clause 2. Yes. So, Honorable
Order.
Chair.
If we are starting with the clause 2, then let me allow clause 2 to be called out. Honorable Chair, we shall consider clause 2 at the very end, but please approach the table so that we are just in tandem with what we are doing. Very well, we shall begin all over again. So we may go.
Clause 3.
I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. There's an amendment by the Honorable Dawood. Honorable Dawood.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. I am also amending this. I am amending it further under Standing Order 48. The clause reads, will now read that the clause of the bill to be amended and further amended by deleting the proposed new paragraph JA and substituting therefore with the following new paragraph JA, the new JA, where it is proved that a website or application promotes unlawful activities activities, inappropriate sexual content of a minor, terrorism or religious extremism and cultism, issue a directive to render the website or application inaccessible. So I have further amended child abuse to read inappropriate sexual content of a minor. Thank you, Chair.
Do you have any justification for that?
Yes. It's tidying up the clause, and it is also in a state of child abuse because I wanted to introduce the sexual content of a minor because child abuse is also dealt with under the Children's Act, so it's not only child abuse.
Very well. I propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Dawood. Okay, we'll give the substantive chair later, so hold your horses. Let me go to Honorable Oundo.
Chair, when we were in the committee of when we were doing the second reading, we cautioned, and I cautioned my good friend Aden, that he is preparing a rope that will hang him very soon, sooner than later, by including the word terrorism. Because we already have an Anti-Terrorism Act, now bringing terrorism here, he is creating a rope and it will hang him very soon. Because, Honorable Speaker, any issue...
Order, Honorable Oundo. You can still address your issue without threatening Honorable Dawood.
Okay, fine. Noted.
What is your point of order, Honorable Kaluma?
Honorable Speaker, listening to the Honorable Dr. Wilberforce, is he suggesting by any chance that Honorable Dawood is a terrorist? Yeah.
Okay.
If he's doing so, he has to withdraw. You can't finish without clarifying that.
Honorable Kaluma had already cautioned Honorable Oundo. Oundo, you may proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. In view of what has happened in the recent past, where even boys who threw a simple stone have been charged under the Terrorism Act, it therefore means, if the amendment passes as it is, it means that even on your phone, if they suspect that you participated in a demonstration, or you took photos in a demonstration and shared, then they have the right to actually render it inaccessible and make it unusable. It might look harmless, but to be honest, it has got far much reaching repercussions, and we will regret as a country, not so far from today. Thank you.
Very well, Honorable.
Yes, Chair, thank you so much. I want to tell Honorable Daudi, when you talk of child abuse, it encompasses all forms of abuse, starting from physical abuse, psychosocial abuse, emotional abuse, as well as sexual and neglect. So if you focus on sexual alone, then you are leaving no other forms of abuse. And that's why I oppose the change, as instead we are supposed to retain what is already existing there. Thank you, Chair.
Very well, the Honorable John Kiari.
Honorable Chair, I thank you. And this committee stands to support the amendment that has been brought by the Honorable Aden Dawood, and for good reason. On the issue that is being raised by Honorable Oundo, it is to understand that in this new world, there are so many laws that shall be affected by the advancements in the emerging technologies that are not covered in substantive laws elsewhere. And so what we are doing is to make sure that we are treating the maladies that already exist, and we are seeing the effect of these maladies, because we do not legislate in vain, Mr. Chairman. And so this committee stands to support the amendment that has been brought here by Honorable Aden, and it was prosecuted at length. The matters you're hearing being brought up, Chairman, were prosecuted at the committee, and it was agreed that this is the way to go in light of the search and spin we did around all the other laws, and we saw what was missing, and that is what we seek to put in this clause 3. And so, Honorable Chair, the committee does support the amendment to amend clause 3 as was presented by Honorable Aden. Thank you very much, Chair.
I think we have received enough of the few comments that we should receive. I proceed to put the question. I now put the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Dawood. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 3 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 4.
I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. No amendments. I now put the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 5.
I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Mover. Chairperson.
Honorable Chair, the proposal here is that clause 5 of the bill be amended in paragraph A by inserting the words email or immediately after the word or, and in paragraph B by inserting the words email or immediately after the word or. Honorable Chair, why we seek to do this? And I wish Honorable Undo could listen to this, Honorable Chair, and you can protect me from the consultations.
Order, Honorable Undo.
What we are observing with the trends, Honorable Chair, is that fishing is becoming the order of the day. And what we are seeking to do here is to ensure that the phishing attacks which can be executed by use of hyperlinks that are embedded in multimedia messages or rich communications, we deal with that. Honorable Chair, today you're not only able to send a message as text only. Today you're able to send multimedia text, you're able to send rich text, and what we are seeking to do, Honorable Chair, is to avert these increasing incidences of phishing. And so, Honorable Chair, I do propose that clause 5 be amended as appears on the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the chair. Yes, the Honorable Zamzam.
Mheshimiwa Chair, kama alivyosema Mheshimiwa Kiare, ni kweli sio email peke yake ambayo yatumika sasa. Mtandao umepanuka na mtu aweza kutuma message kubwa kubwa na ikaweza kuaffect watu. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Chair, na mimi naweza kusupporti, na usisumbuliwe Daudi, uko sawa kabisa. Siku hizi tuko terrorize ina definition yake tofauti tofauti. Kwa hiyo hata hiyo ambayo umesema iko tick kabisa. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Chair.
Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 5 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 6.
I propose the question that clause 6 be part of the bill. Chair.
Honorable Chair, I do propose that clause 6, that the bill be amended by deleting clause 6 and substituting, therefore, the following new clause. That clause 6 now shall be reading that the principal act is amended by inserting the following new section immediately after section 46. Where a person has been convicted of an offense related to the promotion of unlawful activities, inappropriate sexual content of a minor, terrorism or religious extremism and cultism, and the person was using a computer system, website or digital device in contravention of this act, the court may A. Order the person to remove the content or materials from the computer system, website or digital device. Order the person to close or deactivate the computer system, website or digital device. Or C. Make such orders as the court may deem appropriate. Section 2. Notwithstanding subsection 1, where an authorized person believes that a computer system, website or digital device is being used to promote unlawful activities, inappropriate sexual content of a minor, terrorism or religious extremism and cultism, the authorized person may apply to court for 1. An order for removal of the content or materials from the computer system, website or digital device, an order for closure or deactivation of the computer system, website or digital device, or such orders as may be necessary. Honorable Chair, every member will agree with us that these should actually have existed in the Mother Act when it was written. The incidences of inappropriate sexual content, unlawful activities, sexual content of a minor, terrorism or religious extremism and cultism has been perpetuated using devices, using computers, using websites, and using other platforms, including social media platforms. So what we are doing, Honorable Chair, is to fortify this very important law, the Computer Misuse and Cyber Act, Cybercrimes Bill, so that we bring it to the times that we are in and to make it fit for purpose, not only for now, but into the future. And also to protect citizens, including members of parliament and other people who are in other offices who have become subjects of attack using these devices in the manner that I described. I thank you, Honorable Chair, and we shall be saving a lot of agony to the people that we represent by just making this amendment. Honorable Chair, I do move.
The Honorable Dawood had... okay. But let's prosecute this one first. So you will hold your horses, Honorable Dawood. I propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the chair. I take it again. I now propose the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed by the chair. Yes, I hear yes, the Honorable Lachi.
Thank you, Chair. I know I've been trying. I really wanted clause 3, but it is part of the same. And I want to first support and just say, remember there was a time we had so many complaints. And when you look at our peer that has come from the EU, you realize we are facing a lot of child abuse in terms of sexual and pornography. And so this comes in now to cure that challenge that they have been telling us that we have. So I want to thank the chair and to tell him. The other thing is this issue of somebody just picking your words and then just taking your photo without even saying the words you've been saying and just put other words on your photo. I'm hoping this will cure that also. So Mr. Chair, we just want to say there are a lot that needs to be fed into this, and then we need to bring out the meaningful so that even when somebody knows what we are saying, does not just look at the word, but must get the meaning of what we mean with these words. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, the Chair for Agriculture.
Honorable Chair, I stand to support this particular amendment. Honorable Chair, if there is anything that this law will do to us as a people is protect our dignity. Because many times, members of parliaments, executives in this country, and other very innocent Kenyans are attacked in the social media. In most cases, they have absolutely no dealing with whatever is presented. And if this particular amendment gives us that cushion, it will protect many people in this country. Honorable Chair, I support.
The Honorable Zamzam.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika, na mimi nataka kuunga mkono kipengee hichi Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa sababu utapata mtandao watu wamekuwa wakitumia vibaya. Atachukua picha ya Mama Zamzam na maandishi yake ama yale maneno ambayo niliyazungumza, anayapunguza kisha anaweza kuinterpret vingine tofauti ili kuweza kunidhuru Mheshimiwa Spika. Na mimi nataka hii iende kwa wale ambao wanatumia mitandao. Wajue leo tunatunga sheria, watu wengi wameenda wamejiua, wamejifanya vibaya kwa sababu mtu kuchukua advantage na kuweza kupost vitu ambavyo haviko sawa Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwa hiyo mimi na support na unga mkono, na wajue sasa sheria imetoka. Kila mtu afanye adabu yake kwenye mtandao. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable Dawood had an amendment of this, but you are withdrawing. Just go on record.
Yeah, Chair, I'm dropping the amendment. I will
Very
go with
well.
the one of the chairman.
I now put the question that clause 6 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Chair.
Honorable Chair, I do propose that clause 2 of the bill be amended. A, in paragraph A, by deleting the word or appearing immediately after the word device, and B, in paragraph B, by inserting the word password immediately after the word address in the definition of the term identity theft, deleting of the definition of the term SIM card, and inserting the following new definitions in their proper alphabetical sequence. Computer misuse refers to the unauthorized use, modification, or access to a computer system, program, or data. And cybercrime refers to an offense committed through the use of information and communication technology to target networks, systems, data, websites, or technology, or to facilitate a crime. And Honorable Chair, these definitions are important. You're realizing that this space is ever evolving, and legislation has to catch up with all the developments in this space, the emerging technology space. And so the word or appearing immediately after the word device in the definition of access changes the meaning of the clause, since the purpose of using a device is actually to gain access to a program or data. Secondly, the inclusion of the word password in the definition of identity theft is necessary, Honorable Chair. As a password is considered a personal data that is linked to an identifiable person, and since it is used to access a person's personal account or information. And this does speak, again, Honorable Chair, to what we were working on phishing. Because phishing seeks to steal your identity, your information, your personal data. And so the word password is one such personal data. Finally, the deletion of the word SIM card is necessary. When the committee went through the bill, we found out that the word will not be used in the bill and act after deletion of the proposed clause 6 of the bill, which seeks to introduce a new section 42A on an unauthorized SIM card swap. So, Honorable Chair, these are straightforward because they are just definitions, and I pray the House would agree with me. Finally, Honorable Chair, while I still have the floor, let me use this very premium stage to appeal to our colleagues who are keen to see us tidy up this space, especially in the judiciary, that this piece of legislation is a